Isn't it funny how we heard for years about Trump being paid off and bribed and all this, Russiagate, blah, blah, blah. And it turns out Joe Biden is literally the thing that they accused Trump of being all this time, as more and more stuff continues to come out about how basically absolutely bought and paid for, compromised and corrupt our own president is. And it's just absolutely embarrassing. But folks, let's jump into the story from the New York Post. Hunter Biden's staggering $20 million haul from Kazakhs, Chinese, Russians, Romanians, and Ukrainians revealed in new bank records. I mean, it's just one thing after another. You got a phone call, you got someone admitting that they paid each of the Bidens $5 million. I mean, all of this is starting to come out. It's just absurd. So let's check it out. So Washington, President Biden's family and their allies brought in at least $20 million from foreign sources, including first son Hunter Biden's business associates in Russia, Kazakhstan, and Ukraine, some of whom dine with the current commander-in-chief, the House Oversight Committee revealed Wednesday. Committee Chairman James Comer said Hunter Biden appeared to deliver Russian, Kazakhstani, and Ukrainian business people access to his father, then Barack Obama's vice president, noting that each of the post-Soviet associates allegedly attended at least one of two dinners at Washington's Cafe Milano with the Bidens. And it's funny because the whole time he said, like, oh, I've never spoken about his business dealings. I don't have anything to do with it. Okay, Hunter Biden is not skilled in energy management. He's not skilled in anything besides partying, prostitutes, and drugs. That's literally it. The only reason anybody would give this half-wit idiot moron anything at all is because his dad is Joe Biden. And that's the point that everybody sees. Like, he wouldn't be anything without him. So, quote, during Joe Biden's vice presidency, Hunter Biden sold him as the brand to reap millions from oligarchs in Kazakhstan, Russia, and Ukraine. It appears no real services were provided other than access to the Biden network, including Joe Biden himself, Comer said in a statement. Because, yeah, I mean, this guy just lights stuff up all the time. Like that's, and then he videotapes himself because he's a complete idiot. And Hunter Biden seems to have delivered. This is made clear by meals at Cafe Milano, where then Vice President Joe Biden dined with oligarchs from around the world who had sent money to his son, he added. Go figure. It's clear Joe Biden knew about his son's business dealings and allowed himself to be the brand sold to enrich the Biden family while he was vice president of the United States. And it's interesting to note that the last three times big stories have come out about Biden's bribery, Trump has been indicted literally the following day. Like literally, this is their MO to a T. Accuse those of that of which you do to confuse. And they constantly are doing it. And now it's like predictable. Bank records released by the panel confirm that Hunter earned up to $1 million per year from Ukrainian natural gas company Burisma Holdings, which he has absolutely no business or skills to be able to even have that position. Beginning with his father assumed control of the Obama administration's Ukraine portfolio in 2014, and that Kazakhstani businessman Kins Rakashev, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, transferred $142,300 that April for Hunter to buy a luxury car, reportedly a Porsche. Wow. So the first family's son is selling out his country basically for luxury because go figure, he's such a great guy. So let's check this out. So this here looks like a cash related activities. All right, so we got wire funds, $3,917,000 right there. And let's see. Okay, so Rosemont Seneca Thornton bank records show that 3.5 million wired from Yelena Baturina on February 14, 2014, and the transfer of 2.7 million to Rosemont Seneca Bohai on March 11th, 2014. All right, so we got that figure. Let's come down. All right, so the records supplement Archer's deposition to the committee July 31st, in which he revealed the flow of $3.5 million transferred on February 14, 2014 from Russian billionaire and former Moscow First Lady Yelena Baturina to the Archer and Hunter Biden-controlled entity Rosemont Seneca Thornton. Rosemont Seneca Thornton transferred $750,000 of Baturina's funds to Archer on March 11, 2014, and another $2.7 million on the same day to Rosemont Seneca Bohai, an account that was opened 1 day prior to Baturina's $3.5 million transfer. So they did this the day before. I mean, come on. Archer testified that Rosemont Seneca Bohai was controlled on a 50-50 basis by himself and Hunter Biden. All right, let's check this one out. All right, Rosemont Seneca Bohai, CO Devon Archer. So records show 2.7 million transfer from Rosemont Seneca and subsequent movement in the Rosemont Seneca Bank Bohai accounts on March 25th, 2014. All right, so that's what this is showing. Let's come down and check out. So March 25th, most of the 2.7 million was transferred to a different Rosemont Seneca Bohai account, with two transfers for 2.2 million and 200,000 occurring on the same day. The paper trail doesn't neatly resolve whether Hunter Biden directly benefited from Baturina's transfer, but an infographic in Comer's release notes that Rosemont Seneca Bohai funds were used to cover personal expenses as well as transferred to Hunter's separate corporate entity, Owasco PC. Archer told the committee last week that he wasn't sure why Baturina transferred the $3.5 million and that he thought it must have been meant for his other firm, Rosemont Realty, which he said did more than $100 million in business with her. Oh, that's nice. So let's look at this one. So another Rosemont, Devon Archer, 2.4 million transfer. You can check this out right here for yourself. So let's get back. When asked why most of the $3.5 million was passed along to an entity that was 50% held by Hunter Biden rather than directly to Rosemont Realty, Archer told the panel probably because it was owed without elaboration. Archer testified that Hunter Biden was only briefly associated with his realty firm, though emails from Hunter's abandoned laptop showed he was involved in Baturina's search for U.S. real estate investments. Archer also revealed that Baturina attended a previously unknown dinner at the Georgetown Eatery with Hunter and Joe Biden and Hunter's Kazakhstani partners sometime in spring 2014. Baturina also appears to have attended on April 25th Cafe Milano dinner featuring Joe and Hunter Biden, though Archer did not recollect her attendance in his testimony. Oh well. So, Hunter Biden photographed himself driving at 170 miles an hour behind the wheel of his Porsche en route to his long-day Vegas bender with prostitutes. I mean, he just likes to hold on to memories here. I mean, this right here, you know, you don't want to forget, the really good memories. Oh, that's a nice car. So yeah, that's what he spent his money on. That Porsche, I guess, right there, about 140,000, right? Oh, well, that's convenient. So emails from 2015 discuss Baturina as an invitee, and a different attendee of the dinner told the Post he saw her there. Baturina managed to avoid Obama administration sanctions over Russia's 2014 annexation of Crimea and supported for her pro-Russian rebels in eastern Ukraine, and she has also avoided President Biden's broader sanctions against Moscow business elite over last year's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, as has another Russian oligarch, Vladimir Yevtushenkov, I'm probably not doing that right, with whom Hunter also partnered on real estate scouting. Oh, go figure. So we'll sanction everybody else, literally everybody else in Russia, just not the handful of people who we happen to maybe have sat down once or twice or multiple times with. Oh, that's convenient. So the $3.5 million transfer has been debated for years since it was first revealed shortly before the 2020 election in a report by two Republican-led Senate committees. Hey, you didn't hear about that anywhere on the mainstream media, right? Because I don't remember that at all. I mean, there was plenty of stuff happening, but that's how buried that was. Joe Biden denied that report's accuracy during a presidential debate while he was in the basement. Why is it, just out of curiosity, the mayor of Moscow's wife gave your son $3.5 million? Donald Trump asked Biden during the first presidential debate of 2020. Oh, okay. I think I do remember that part now. That is not true, the then candidate said. What did he do to deserve it, Trump pressed. None of that is true, Biden insisted. More granular detail on the disbursement of Baderina's funds is possible as Republicans continue to investigate. Biden himself lashed out at Fox News White House correspondent Peter Ducey, you love that guy, when asked about Archer's testimony following an event in New Mexico Wednesday, telling the reporter, I never talked with business with anybody, and I knew you'd have a lousy question. I mean, all they can do is dodge it. Because I think enough people are starting to see the tide of where this is going. Why Devon Archer and others are, coming out. You just see more and more and more stuff coming out because this stack of cards is just collapsing. Oh my God, I love it. White House spokesman Ian Sams said that House Republicans can't prove President Biden did anything wrong, and that it's time for these extreme House Republicans to give up their wild goose chase and start working with President Biden on the issues that really matter to the American people, like making everyone gay or LGBTQ plus IA plus minus friendly. The group Facts First USA, founded by Democratic operative David Brock, titled An Email Attacking the Latest Bank Records Release, James Comer Dumpster Dives for Latest Plate of Leftovers. But Republicans described the confirmation of transactions as a significant step, with the latest memo arguing that Biden's family is the vehicle to receive bribery payments. Look, we got people on the record saying we paid these guys, right? I mean, nobody had that on Trump the whole time they were throwing that at him. No one came forward. No, they didn't find anything. No, but we do have that about this guy. That's been confirmed. House Republicans led by Speaker Kevin McCarthy are moving closer to launching an impeachment. Oh, they're just dragging their fucking feet if they're going to do it. Inquiry into whether Joe Biden corruptly misused his position as vice president to benefit his son Hunter and brother James. International dealings, with McCarthy saying Monday that the president should give us his bank statements to clear his name. Well, absolutely. I mean, come on, let's see the goods now. So Oversight Committee Democrats, led by ranking member James Raskin, have sought to flip the script by saying Hunter Biden's foreign income is small compared to a $2 billion investment from Saudi Arabia's government in a firm launched by Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, shortly after he left office, which reportedly was expected to bring Kushner's firm annual management fees of about $25 million. Hey, coulda. I don't know anything about it, not denying it, but this is all they've got. Anytime you look at their stuff, oh, look over here. Oh, but it's not as bad as this. Oh, Trump but this. Like, they will not respond because they've got nothing. Nothing. It's just, no, don't look at this. The Oversight Committee has not yet subpoenaed bank records for Joe Biden or any member of the Biden family, and the latest memo doesn't resolve an FBI informant's report that Burisma owner Mykola I can always never pronounce this, Zlochevsky, claimed that he paid $5 million apiece in bribes to Joe and Hunter in exchange for the then vice president pushing to oust Ukrainian prosecutor General Viktor Shokin, which he is on video and admitting a quid pro quo. If you don't fire this guy, you don't get the $1 billion. He openly says it. And this guy, Mykola, this dude, I mean, he's on record in an FBI document openly saying it, which was buried and hidden by the FBI. The panel has acquired documents on international transfers from business partners such as Archer and Rob Walker, who distributed to Hunter roughly 1/3 of 3 million hauls from Chinese state energy HK in 2017, and about 1/3 of 3 million from Romanian businessman Gabriel Viciu, who had been convicted of corruption, go figure, between 2015 and 2017, as the elder Biden led an U.S. anti-corruption push in the country. What a joke. Comer in May identified 9 Biden family members who allegedly got foreign funds for what he said was no apparent services provided. Folks, these people are corrupt. And I love it. I love it. I love seeing all this. Now, I hope this actually comes to fruition. I hope something really, actually comes from this. But you know how hard it is to actually get justice. But the fact that people are seeing this, the fact that people are acknowledging it, the fact that you just can't just pretend like this isn't real anymore shows how open and in the mainstream and really real in front of people's eyes it is, and they cannot ignore it, and I absolutely love it. Folks, if you enjoy the video, hey, I appreciate it. If you like, share, comment, put it out in the world, thank you very much. And with that said, I will try to bring you some new stuff as soon as I can. Take care, and I'll see you next time.